Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Share. Share this video. Share this video. Get your team on. I'm going to give you about 1 minute. Who you with? Let's go. Represent your team. Represent your squad. Globetrotters, come into the building. If you with the Heat, come into the building. If you with the Suns, if you with the West Coast, if you with the Mavericks, if you with the Bulls, everybody's welcome in the room. Just come on in the room. Share this video. Get it out with everybody on your team. I'm getting ready to teach you something that's going to help you break directors. Who you with? Let's go. Let's go. Who you with this evening? Y'all know I'm with the Globetrotters, so I'm with my clique. Let's go. Share this video. I'm getting ready to teach tonight. Hey. Represent. This is me getting to work from home. I cannot wait to share with you all my story, but most of all, to help train you this evening so you can go further, faster. I know we can get more than 92 people on this live. Share this live. Let's go right now. Wait, let me get my other song on. Let me get my other song on while y'all sharing this live out. What up, team? I see the Globetrotters is in the building. What is going on? Let's go. I know what y'all like. I know what y'all like. Y'all not ready for the who you with. This the kind of stuff y'all like. Y'all want this old the Tootsie slide. Is that what y'all like? Is that what gets y'all turned up? Is that what gets your energy moving? You got 30 more seconds to get your team on this live. Your team is not going to want to miss the information that I'm training on this evening. I'm literally going to tell you how I was able to break 5 directors a week back to back to be able to hit executive director. It was definitely a strategy. It was definitely a plan. And I am going to give you the game tonight. So get 100 people or more on this live.
Thank you for joining.
All right. I'm going to get started. So great evening, great evening, great evening. Hello, 1,000 families. My name is Micaiah Crozier. I'm an executive director out of St. Louis, Illinois. I've been with Total Life Changes for about 7 months now. It's been an incredible journey. It's been an incredible ride. I've learned so much from every single leader. And so first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to Coach Stormy Wellington. I want to say thank you to Mr. Jack Fallon and Mr. Lakari, to Rosa, to everyone who has had their hand in building this business. And so I am so grateful this evening to be able to share with you some of those nuggets and gems that I have shared with my team, to be able to get them to go further, faster, to be able to get them to believe more within themselves, not necessarily in me, not necessarily in TLC, but believing in what they can do through this business and what TLC can do for you. All right. So just a quick synopsis, a quick story about me. As you can see in the caption, I was a volleyball coach. I was a college volleyball coach. I actually own a volleyball club, but I was a volleyball coach for a specific university. I got this job after I got into a terrible car accident. In this car accident, I received 3rd-degree burns on my thigh. I could not walk. I was actually bedridden for a couple of weeks. I had to see a burn specialist. We were talking about skin grafts and all of those things. And in the midst of all of that mess, I received a text message from a coach of mine that said, hey, I'm looking to build this program and I couldn't think of anybody but you. And so I did not apply for the job. Remember when they say that your name is being spoken in rooms you have not answered? It is in fact true. I am a living and breathing testimony of that. And so I received a text message. I showed up, even though I couldn't coach. I sat down and I was granted a $20,000 salary. This was in addition to what I was doing with my club business, in addition to what I'm doing with tournaments, in addition to what I'm doing with my 9 to 5. Can you say in addition to? All right. So I had an additional $20,000 that would come into my household, but I really only had to work, let's be honest, 3 to 4 months out of the year. And so the very next season, we began recruiting players because we were going to build this thing. We were going to do it right. And in the midst of us building, in the midst of us recruiting, in the midst of us giving out scholarships, there was a text message or an email. I don't even know because I didn't get it, but it went out and they said the school is closing. Now think about this. We have college kids coming in from everywhere. People have signed leases on apartments, international students. People have been feeding their families for years because they've been the professors there. They've been the cooks. They've worked the bookstore. They've been the coaches. And all of a sudden this hammer comes down and they say, we're done. Whatever has happened, whatever funds have been misappropriated, whatever the issue is, we cannot afford to sustain this campus anymore. We're shutting it down. So think about receiving that news, not just for me losing $20,000, but the people who've had a 6-figure salary or more than $20,000, or that was their only stream of income. And we're seeing that right now in the midst of this. I call it an opportunity. You can call it a crisis, but I call it an opportunity. So many people have lost the only stream of income that they had. So I am so grateful that that was not my only stream, but I'm even more grateful that TLC replaced that stream. See, I went to Atlanta, Georgia to Coach Stormy's master class that she had, and I came there to learn because I was doing a different company and a different business, but I knew that she was the GOAT. Say GOAT. I knew that she knew what she was doing, and she welcomed everybody. The event was not just for TLC. The event was for anybody who was in the network marketing industry, because she decided out of her heart that she would give everybody the game plan, because she understood that what she poured out, she would receive back in goodwill, in good faith, and in good favor. What she understood was she wasn't in competition with the competition. What she understood was she knew enough to help everybody. And so in that room was people from every different walk of life and every different MLM you could think of. I sat in the front row. I took notes. And if you ever saw that picture of the girl in the green and black dress, that was me. She called me the little old lady. She said she didn't think I'd do anything with those notes. And here I am before you because I knew I needed to learn. See, Coach Stormy had something that I didn't have, and that was information. And so tonight you're here for information. I came to a meeting in St. Louis because I brought Coach Stormy here to speak to my volleyball players, and I heard some information. Say information. And when I heard that information, she didn't know that I was already losing a job. So she didn't know that I was taking those notes because I was evaluating this business, and that's what some of you all have done. You called yourself evaluating something that you weren't qualified to evaluate. Oh, that's good. But I called myself evaluating this business because I said, God, I need something to replace that $20,000 income. And we don't make any income claims, but I just need you to know that in these 7 months, I've made more than enough to replace the money that I was receiving from that college/university. And so what I'm going to teach on tonight is how I was able to not only replace that income, but to help team members gain additional income and go further faster. And so we're going to talk about how to go director, but not just how to go director. I want to talk to you about the numbers. Say the numbers. See, Coach Stormy always talks about you got to know your numbers. And one of the main things that I put on this board is when you don't know your numbers, you can't run the business. Say it with me. When you don't know the numbers, you can't run the business. See, I've been in a business where numbers were all we could focus on. See, I used to work for Sprint. And when I worked for Sprint, we had quotas. Say quotas. So they told us what we needed to make for the month. How many new lines, how many upgrades, how many, plan changes and accessories. So I understood numbers. So when I came over here and someone explained the numbers, that's what made me catch it. That's the thing that it's not what's taught, it's what's caught. That was the thing that I caught. See, some of you all are looking at this business and you're still using those customer accounts because you're chasing those 20s. The only reason why you're chasing those 20s is because you don't understand the binary and you don't understand the check match. If you understood the power of the binary and the check match, you'd get out of those customer accounts. And that's what I'm going to train on this evening. So if you look on this board right here, there are 3 numbers at the top that I want you to focus on. Those 3 numbers are 40, 7, and 120. I want you to write this down because I understand that students take notes. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to make sure you have your pen and paper so you're taking copious notes. Something else I've understood while being around leaders, while being around different environments, everywhere I go, I'm a student. Every environment is a classroom. I never take for granted any live. I never take for granted any building, any place. The reason why I can still put my wig on and some of y'all can't is because I'm a student even in the salon sitting in the chair. So the numbers, 40, 7, and 120. All right, Mykea, what are these numbers? 40 is our volume. You're going to need to know that number on the product. One product is 40 volume. This is going to be a very important factor as we get deeper into the numbers. So you need to know the number 40. The next number you need to know is the number 7. 7 is the number of days in the week. All right. So 7 is your days in the week. 40 is your volume that you need to understand. 120 is the smart ship. All right. We understand that. That's 3 products. And we have 3 times 40, right? That's 120. So these are your numbers. Now I want you to listen. Are you paying attention? Are you with me? All right, let's go. So if we understand the 40 is the base volume, that's our lowest common denominator. 7 is the amount of days in the week. And 120 is the smart ship. All we do is plug those numbers into the rank bank. See, if you're chasing those 20s, you're missing additional ways of getting paid. Now, I'm not knocking retail. I'm not knocking Fast Start. I'm not knocking online and on hand. But what I'm saying is you're capping yourself at what you can earn if you only deal with retail and you don't get into the binary and into the check match, because that's where the money is really made. So when you get to the ranks, 500 points, all right, is what's going to get you to apprentice. Now, some of you have a leg that just rolls and rolls and rolls and you don't have to do anything with it, and God bless you. Others of you have to build both sides, and I'm in that group and in that family, so there are no excuses to why you can't get it done, because I'm building both sides and have been able to go executive director. So 500 is the volume for apprentice. What we're going to do is divide 500 by 40. When you divide 500 by 40, that gives you 12.5. That 12.5 is the amount of products. Say products. Listen again. We're going to take the volume, because we understand that 40 is one product. We're going to divide that into 500 volume. That means we need 12.5 products in a week in order to hit apprentice. Now, 12.5 may seem like a lot to get done in a day. So if you divide it by 7, it's 1.7 products a day. So I like to round that number up and say 2 products a day. In 7 days, you go apprentice. 2 products a day in 7 days, you go apprentice. We're going to talk about another way to get that done, but that is you dividing that between customers and business partners. So if you have customers who are getting products, you can order 2 of those products from the bottom a day and you'll go apprentice. If you use that customer account, yeah, you'll get those 20s, but you'll only get 10 volume points. However, if you go ahead and listen and participate in the process, so you can participate in the promise, your volume will go up faster. Here we go. Director. This is the director's challenge, so this is what we're focused on. Director, you're going to divide 1,000 again by 40. When you divide 1,000 by 40, that's going to give you 25 products. 25 products must move through your organization on your pay leg. Again, 1,000 divided by 40, which we know is really just one product. All right. You divide that by 40, you get 25 products. Now you say, Mykea, 25 products is a lot for me to get in a day. I'm glad you said that. But guess what? You have 7 days to get that done. So if you divide those 25 products by 7, it's 3.5. That means you basically need 4 orders a day, 4 products a day to move through your organization in 7 days. Do you have 4 customers in a day? Do you have business partners that can help you move 4 products a day? That's what we're going to talk about. All right. So that's director. I'm not going to go past ED because then it becomes way more, I don't want to say complicated or challenging, but you would have to get a little bit deeper into training. The next one is Rising Star. Rising Star is 2,500 volume points. You're going to divide 2,500 by 40. That's going to give you 62.5. We really would just round that up to 63, but we're going to go ahead and divide that by 7. It gives you 8.9. That means 9 products need to move through your organization every day for 7 days. Please let me know if this is helping somebody. Every day for 7 days. 5,000 is going to be executive director. You're going to divide that 5,000 by 40. You're going to get 125. Divide that by 7. That means 18 products need to move through your organization every day for 7 days. Now, that may seem like a lot as we go on, so let's talk about customers and business partners. If you have business partners, all right, that means you're binary qualified. That means your binary is binary. If you have business partners, now you can have people help you with that 2 a day. You can have team members help you with that 4 a day. You can have team members help you with that 9 a day or that 20 by doing the SmartShip. So I had someone talk to me about, should my entire team be on SmartShip on the 15th? No, that's a terrible idea. Here's why. That means you're going to have everybody in your organization SmartShip hit one time and then no more SmartShip hits for the rest of the month. Let's say I know my numbers. There's somebody in my organization whose SmartShip hits every day of the week. So if I have 120 coming at least 7 days, let me pull out my calculator. I did this earlier, but 120. Oh, of course this would do this. 1 second. All right. 120 times 7 is 840. So if I have at least 7 people in my organization that are on 120 SmartShip, that means 840 of those volume points were already done for me. All right. That means you're closer to director. You've already achieved apprentice. So what do we need left to go director? Well, we're going to take that 840 and we're going to subtract 1,000 out of that. So you need 160. 160 points gets you to director every week. And as a director, as a leader, you should be placing orders anyway through your organization, not through your own back office, not through a customer account, but through your organization. So if 160 is what's left that you need to hit director, because 7 people are on a 120 SmartShip, that means you need how many products? Who knows those numbers? Because I asked my team if they knew the numbers earlier, and we were struggling with numbers. How many products do you need to invest into your organization if you've got 7 people on a 120 SmartShip? I'm looking at my iPad so I can see if somebody has the answer. I gave away $50 earlier when somebody figured out the numbers. Again, when you don't know the numbers, you can't do the business. What's the number? I'm looking. 160 is how many products? Yes, 4. Thank you, Proverbs_31. That's 4. That means your investment is 4 products into your organization. You just went director. Now, let's say your organization is bigger than 7. Let's say you've got 14 people in your organization. Because some people think they've got to do it alone. And they don't understand why we should be on a 120 SmartShip. And they're trying to figure out who's trying to get over. I see the 4s, good job, good job. And why they trying to get over on me? It's because everything flows up to the top from the bottom and we're all working together. So we're going to look at it like this. Now I've got 14 people in my organization. Right? And they're on a 120 SmartShip. So that means that I had 2 120s come through the week. All right, we're still talking about the week. Now I'm at 1680. You've already hit director and you didn't have to do a whole bunch of breathing and sweating and humping and trying to figure it out. That's why your team needs to be on 120. When your team's not on 120, yes, you're going to feel alone. Yes, you're going to feel like you're struggling. Yes, you're going to feel like this isn't working. Yes, you're going to feel like you're not getting any guidance. You're not getting any help. And you need to posture up and tell your team this is why. Guess what? That 120 does not just benefit me. It helps the team. And when the people come in after you, because timing and positioning is everything, those people get on 120. Guess what? That volume goes up to you too. That's why you can see some accounts that have 6 figures that roll over every single week or 5 figures that roll over every single week. It's because somebody's participating in the promise. Does that make sense? So Coach Frank put up a post. You know, we have the spring break kits or the spring back kits. And those kits are worth a certain amount of volume points. And if you're in your back office every day, you know your numbers. you know your business. And I busted my team because they hadn't been in their back office because they didn't know the value of that kit. So Coach Frank ordered 50 of those spring back kits in her organization to take care of customers. Now, I know Coach Frank. I know she's a smart woman. I know she's a retail queen. So I know she didn't use customer accounts. So if you can do the numbers, because my team struggled, how many volume points move through your organization if you ordered 50 spring back kits under your business, under your organization? What's those numbers? I see somebody knows the value. What's the number? How many volume points did she just contribute to her team? Somebody do some math really quickly. See, because when I asked my team, they thought that the volume points was 160 and they thought I was talking about the cash. I'm never talking about the cash. I'm always talking about the volumes because the volume is cash. Does that make sense? Yes. Who got that? Tyke, 6,000 volume points. See, when you know the numbers, you can do the business. It's really that simple, guys. I'm not here to hold you all night. There's someone else who's going to be coming up and training very soon. But I want to make sure, because the Bible says in all things, get an understanding. And when you don't understand, I believe Coach Stormy says a confused mind does nothing. It does nothing. So if you have any questions, you guys can slide into my DM. I am putting my name in here so you guys can have it, because I know someone just asked for it. It's not letting me pin it, but that's okay. So we'll just move on. All right. So just a small recap really quickly. The numbers you need to know the most. The amount of volume, 40. That's your base. That's one product. 7 days in a week. So you're not trying to do everything in one day. 120 Smart Ship helps you get this number done faster. Helps you get this number done faster. Helps you get this number done faster, this number done faster, this number done faster. And guess what? You become duplicatable because you use this system and not yourself. Ooh, that's good. You use the system and not yourself. See, if the team has a system they can follow and they can understand and they can duplicate quickly, your team relies on the system more and relies on you less. Now people are moving further, faster, and they can teach something they can understand. But if your team doesn't understand when you're saying just get binary because you're frustrated because you haven't become a leader yet, right? If you're saying just do what I said, but some people don't learn the way that you learn. See, since I'm in the educational system, I know that some people need auditory learning and they'll get it if they hear it. Some people need to get some visual concepts and they go, it makes sense now. And some people need you to bust that back office open and get in there and actually move stuff around and do a training. You need to know how your people learn so you can teach them best. Guys, I looked in my back office on my power leg and saw a bunch of people who were inactive or weren't binary or weren't busy. And I know the only reason they either weren't active, weren't binary, or weren't busy is because they did not understand this business. See, this isn't a scheme, a scam, a pyramid, or whatever it is that you're thinking. This is a business that is saving lives every single day. And I'm not talking about medical claims. I'm talking about financially. Kimmy, fine ass Kimmy, changed her life financially. You're talking about somebody who worked at Burlington. Kimmy didn't just come, in from another network marketing company making billions and billions of dollars and rolled over a team, which is what a lot of people do who go from network company to network company. She came in and she built it from the bottom up. You got a lot of different people who've never been in network marketing who've made it work. So when you're not making it work, you're making an excuse because you're not working. It doesn't matter where you've come from. TLC has bust this door wide open and it's welcomed every single soul that wants to change their life, whether it's your body, whether it's your mind, whether it's your spirit. You can receive something from every single person who serves on this platform. So again, my name is Mykea Crozier, Executive Director out of East St. Louis, rocking with Team Globe Trotters. If there is anything that I can do for you, if there is anything that I can send you, any way that I can encourage you, plug into my page at Mykea Crozier. I'm sure it's been inside the feed. Send me a DM or whatever. I am here to serve. I am here to help. And I am so glad that you all plugged in this evening. All right. So we will see you all later. Let me give me some music to get out with. I don't want that. I don't want that either. Hold on. Let me give me a jam because y'all like jams. Ooh, this one. What y'all think? Hey. 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 Let's go. Y'all can do this, man. How many directors are you going to break? How many of you are going to become director because now you understand the numbers? I want to see everybody win. We need 1,000 directors by the end of this month. Will you be one? And will you break one? Hey! Oh!